Hey, beautiful commanders. So I'm taking this opportunity to connect with the EMC and let them speak to all of us in describing what is the energy, what the energy is doing now, what is in the mix, what is waiting for us for this year, for this new upcoming program, for this new teachings they want to bring in, and what in general is coming in this new 2025 year. So I will just take a moment and make some space and let them speak through, and we'll see what they have to say. So, dear commanders, welcome. It's been a while, and all of you have been branching off, moving along in your different lives, in your different contexts, your different scenarios. But all of you have been in some way keeping in your heart the word commander. All of you in some way have been attentive to your levels of joy, have been attentive to your state of being and the state of the being of those around you. And what we want to share in this particular moment, as you are preparing to launch yourself into a new path, a new segment in time, as you call them, years. We want to bring your attention to the fact that just having this awareness, just taking this time to focus, just taking this time to bring in the word commander to your awareness is a big improvement. It's a big step. And we don't mean to say that you never used to do that prior to this year with us or these previous times. But to keep it at the forefront, to be aware and to choose to be responsible for your well-being. That is the step. The commander energy on its own is what it means. And this is why at the beginning of each year we ask you again to choose, to stand up, to willingly state yourself as a commander. Because commanders choose, commanders are responsible. Now, they're not responsible for the well-being of others, for the continuity of humanity. They are responsible for their own well-being. That is the key to the word commander, is accepting, taking on the responsibility for your well-being. Which means, first and foremost, understanding that the natural way for life to be is a stream of coherence, harmony, and discovery. And once that basis has really sunk in, which you might not be aware of, it is still sinking within all of you, because there are still areas of your life, specific world events or situations, whether individually personal to you or on a global scale, will still trigger within all of you thoughts of a nature of reality that is not inherently positive. But when you sit in your commander posture, you are reminding yourself that you are responsible for your well-being, and so you are responsible for tuning your reality onto that well-being, turning your ship onto the stream and moving with that current of coherence, of harmony, and finding through it connections with things that light up your joy. So as you begin this new year, this new path towards this next step, we wanted to bring this in as the theme of the rebirth into light. And what we refer to, mean, and what we want to connect this year with is that because you have this inherent awareness of the word commander, of the responsibility which is yours, which when we say this, we don't mean weight on your shoulders, we don't mean we don't refer to the word responsibility as something that is dire, heavy, and you must keep on track with. But it's an acknowledgement that you are taking on the choice of going with the stream or not going with the stream, and that at any moment when you find yourself not in a place where you feel like you're going with the stream, choosing to alter your perspective. Now, we didn't say to make a different choice, just alter your perspective. There's no action that comes in first. What comes in first is remembering that you are in command and that you may choose to go with the stream. And if you are feeling resistance or negative emotion or stagnation, heaviness, then you're steering your ship not with the current, and then you have the possibility to relax, to return into your body, to find yourself back into that position of receptivity where you can sense how to shift yourself into this moving current of flow, of harmony and coherence. And from that place, walk yourself back into the state of joy, excitement, discovery. This is all a step-by-step process. But being the commander is you taking responsibility for this inwardly and not looking to the outside world to change in order for you to get back into your happy place. That's the part of the responsibility that you choose to take on, that you embrace, and that makes you the center of your own reality, the center of your own universe. It makes you the pivotal point that determines how your reality fills in. And this is the crucial, most important part of the teachings that we share with you. Everything else stems from this one point. When you take the responsibility, you become the center of your life reality, because from that place you are in charge of how you feel, and so you are in charge of how you fill in your reality, your next moment, and how you navigate the experiences that are coming. Of course, it doesn't change what experiences are coming to you, but it gives you access to the ever higher, most joyful path forward through that experience. Now, the premise, the basis of saying that the natural way for life to unfold is through a fluid, coherent, and harmonious way means that no matter what comes your way, this inherent idea is not altered. This inherent idea allows you to receive whatever events is occurring in a positive way. What we mean by this is that you can perceive the changes that life brings to you as your next step into more of what you desire, and not as the second shoe dropping, or you having had too much fun, or you not having taken on the things that you should have. You see life no longer as consequences for you not being good enough happening to you, but always as this is bringing an improvement in some way, and it's coming into me because I have called it in, and there is a way for me to enjoy, maybe a strong word, but to navigate this experience in an uplifting way, for me to be able to perceive early on how beneficial this will be, no matter what form and shape or what initially you might perceive it to be. When you accept, when you know, when you integrate and fully lock in that understanding that the flow of life is inherently harmonious and coherent, it takes away this perception of there always being danger lurking about, situations that are there to prove you wrong, that this is coming to you because you in the past have stepped to the left rather than stepping to the right. So this is in this rebirth into the light, in this concept of embracing what is coming to you. This is the most valuable piece of information. So wherever you find yourself, whether it be in a really joyful, excited, wondrous place, or whether it be in a lower, less exciting, more challenging place, knowing that this is still life. And so at the basis of it all, it is harmonious and coherent and flowing me towards where I want to be. So allow me to see how this is flowing me where I want to be, and allow me to experience this event in the highest, most enjoyable way possible for me. And that highest, most possible, enjoyable way is ever uplifting. Because if you're living in this level of frequency and this level of well-being, and you are asking for higher, and you are feeling the positive flow, and you're feeling the harmony and the coherence and things, then you elevate. And then the best possible way keeps elevating with you. And so you keep changing. We may say timelines. We know all of these words are confusing when you are putting them together, but to understand that this is the simple basis for a commander taking responsibility for their well-being, is a commander who is forever looking for the better feeling thought, for the better feeling a response to what life brings, for the better feeling it's more than the feeling, but if you can receive life with openness, because that when you feel good, your receptors are open, and then you will receive the experience in a fluid way. But when the experience feels different than that, there is a closing up. There's a part of you that has fear about this. There's a part of you that has doubts. There's a part of you that has questions. And then your being doesn't let the experience flow, as if you were made of many tiny tunnels where the energy could flow through, and some of these tunnels are becoming smaller and smaller, and the experience, when coming towards you, is creating resistance. So it's creating physical discomfort, it's creating strange reactions, it's creating, and that's simply you receiving life's experience and closing in on it. And so when you take responsibility and you know that life coming at you is a harmonious, coherent, and well-being flow, and you say, maybe I don't see how this is part of this current, but by relaxing into the experience, you get to experience it in a higher and higher and higher scenario. We don't know how else to put it forward, but it becomes no longer about the event itself that you want to dissect and see where you went wrong and why you created it. It becomes just an experience that brings more opportunity to meet people, an opportunity to learn about something new, and then the experience itself loses its importance, in the sense that no matter what brought it upon, it always becomes a light opportunity. And that is where you're winning all the way. And that is where life can then bring to you whatever manner of experience. There is always within you a sense of new opportunity, new light, and you are then changing your chemistry, changing your part of it is changing your receptors, your chemistry. You are changing your general stance towards life. And this year is all about what happens when you do change your stance towards life. This is the rebirth into the light. Because before you can become unconditional, before you can become blissful or without apprehension, we shall say, towards whatever life brings, there is a buffer, a range of situations that you must first go through in order to truly trust that. There is a range of experience that are deemed as challenging, and those types of experiences are different for each and every one of you commanders. But when you share about these experiences and how you have moved through them, when the group, the collective, is able to give to others the proof that whether that seemed scary, or whether that seemed complicated, whether that seemed challenging, the result is always a step forward in an expansion, and the experience itself always generates more well-being, more opportunities for meetings, more rendezvousing with beautiful things. Then when that becomes so ingrained that however it presents itself, the outcome is always way richer, way lighter, way more wonderful than you could have initially imagined. When that has truly sunk in, when that is inherent and obvious, then you can walk into the world, receive news about any world event, and understand how the world is always going towards more light, and how this is beneficial for humanity, and how this is a good thing, and how this is humanity flourishing, how this is humanity awakening, humanity becoming more and more and more humans of light. And it's when you have that unilateral, we want to say, trust, belief, when it is confirmed within you that no matter what you are faced with, what story you hear, you can see how it is presenting growth, how it is presenting light evolution, how it is presenting humanity returning to their heart, then you have been reborn into the light. We know we have spoken many, many words. We hope that you can receive and get to that place, and that place of excitement that we are really wanting to communicate with you. This rebirth into the light is how you become unconditionally convinced in the goodness of yourself and all humans on this earth. And when you have reached that stage, you become, we want to say, invincible, because the power, the immense power that dwells within you, that is available for you to command and to share with the world, you will only use it when you reach that state of complete belief in the goodness of humanity and yourself. And this is the journey that you are embarking on. And whether you join again in the program, just sit within this community, or just go about it in your own way, this is what awaits. This is what this year is about. This is what this year of 2025 is coming in to reveal, unleash, and offer as a possibility. And once again, it is up to each and every one of you to embrace, to take it in, to walk with the path that is offered or not. But we know, of course, from receiving, from sensing, that all of you who are even here listening are on this path and are desiring to receive this information, are desiring to receive this unconditionality and this undeniable belief, certainty and assurance that you yourself are good and that humanity is good. That is the message we want to share for you, with you, and that's the basis and foundation for what is coming for you in this year and program with us, if you should choose to continue. We salute you, we love you, and we send you an immense wave of pride, of admiration, and compassion in all love. We are